Welcome into Busch Stadium in downtown St. Louis. We've got baseball on the show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings, Matthew Liberator.
Well, Boog, maybe a little pedestrian there in terms of the ERA, but with those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win. And really, that's all his teammates can ask for. So we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
Ready to go? Now it's the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Inside corner, that's a strike. And we're underway. The next offering misses, and it's 1-1. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here is Matt Olson. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Nootbaar makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 down. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. And, Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Austin Riley in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Gets the call, and the count 1-1. And that's in there at the knees. And a swing and a miss. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. There's no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in St. Louis and towing the slab here, Grant Holmes. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Profar pulls it in on the run. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Nolan Gorman.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close, late-game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
Mason Wynn stands in now and watches strike 1. 1 out, base is empty. And it's fouled away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Alec Burleson stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Fly ball down the line. Makes the catch, inning over. Scoreless after 1. Back here at Busch Stadium. New inning getting started. So here's Murphy now. Liberator back to work. Check swing called strike. And that is strike 1. And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. And there's a ball.
2 strikes. Ball 2.
And that's outside. On the outside corner, got him looking.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Jurickson Profar in the box now. No balls and a strike. Liberator, not a big strikeout guy, but still very effective as far as starting pitchers go. One of those guys that involves the defense and really gets them involved in the action. And that one misses up and in. And the count is 1-1.
He moves the ball around all the quadrants of the strike zone and will add and subtract velocity. And because of that, he gets the weak contact. It's all about missing the barrel of the bat.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. Now in for the Braves, Drake Baldwin. It seems like this type of guy is kind of a dying breed nowadays.
Well, exactly. When teams are looking for high velocity, high strikeout rates, a guy like this doesn't necessarily do that. So in order to really appreciate how good he is, you have to see him, because if you're just looking at a stat sheet, you might overlook him.
Swung on, belted. Scott giving chase. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
He was all over that one. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. A switch hitter batting right. That's through there for a strike.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-2. That's down and in. A slider missed. And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here in St. Louis, and the batter now, Wilson Contreras. On the outside corner, 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Foul ball there. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering down low and in the dirt. Outside. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch. And I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0. Contreras aboard here at first with nobody out. And the 1-0 misses low. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent. So you got to stay ready up there.
And another ball. Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
Next offering is in for a strike. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
First and second, no outs. Now up for St. Louis, Nolan Arenado. Right through there for a strike. In for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a ground ball to first, and that's a fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and the Cardinals have the lead. And they throw on the brakes at third with no intention of testing the strong arm in right.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's Nolan Gorman. That's in for a strike. And he deals. And now the count is even.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Runners on the corners, no outs. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's got a chance. One hops off the wall, should be extra bases. Arenado around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Pajes, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. High fly ball out towards left field. Profar going back. And it hits the fence. Coming home. He will score.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just about got it out of here down the line to left. So I'm sure he wishes he could have put a little more behind it, but he's got to feel good about that missile off the wall.
So man aboard, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Victor Scott, good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Olsen handles the chance to first, save, and runners at the corners after the infield single.
You gotta love his hustle down the line to beat the flip to the bag. I mean, there's a lot going on between a first baseman and the pitcher during these plays, and he just kept his head down and beat it out.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the Cardinal DH, Brendan Donovan. That's in there. 0-1.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Harris has a beat on it and makes the grab. Runner tags from third. To the plate. Save. It's 5-0.
Man, there's a sac fly to bring home another run in this inning. These hitters are just piling it on. We're seeing some really quality at-bats out of this team right now.
Now the number 2 hitter, Mason Wynn, struck out swinging his first time. And a foul ball.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Check on the runner. Scott dives back in safely. there's a foul ball. Out towards right center field. Acuna brings it in. Out number 2.
Up next for the Cardinals, right fielder,
Alec Burleson will hit next. Fly to left his first time. Soft contact in the air. It falls for a hit. And now 2 aboard. Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Grant Holmes gives way, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Nathan Wiles.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
First and second, 2 outs. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Close, but called a ball. 1-0.
Pretty smart not to serve something up for him right there. He's really good at hitting the first pitch.
And another ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
First and second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. Hey. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And that is that. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. End of 2 here at Busch Stadium. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Braves nothing. On to the 3rd inning. And now Nick Allen. Allen in his 2nd season in the 8th spot in today's lineup. And they went out and made a trade for him last season. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Let's go, Matthew.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll touch them all. His first homer of the year, it's 5-1. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. He's just too good of a hitter at the plate. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
So up next, Michael Harris II. Inside, ball 1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And that one a little bit high. To the right side, Contreras steps on the bag, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. First offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. And that's in the dirt. Outside corner, got him looking.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. And that's in for a strike. Next pitch off the play, and that's ball one. Up the middle. Whips it to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Braves get one on the big fly. It's now a 5-1 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. And that drops in for a strike.
You know, these Cardinals really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
Gets it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. So now it's Nolan Arenado. Singled and scored his first time.
Lots of players perform better at home, and this batter is no exception. Might be the crowd or the familiar surroundings, but he's typically better in this environment.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
I mean, when you're chasing the opposing starter in the first inning or two, that's just such a tone setter for the game, and it puts the other team back on their heels, and it instills a lot of confidence in your lineup from top to bottom.
Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that one way outside. And the count's even at 2.
We got full count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And a swing and a miss. Chases in the dirt. Slider there. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Nolan Gorman now at the plate. And that's in for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Profar settles under it, makes the grab, and that is that. Back here in St. Louis, here is Austin Riley.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a foul out of play. Cut on and missed. Curveball struck him out.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Murphy batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And that's outside.
That's a ball. Two balls, two strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Back there. Gone. He'll circle the bases, and they cut into the lead. It's 5-2.
When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, it fires you up because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well.
And first offering is fouled off. And ball one. The 1-1 is fouled off. One out, base is empty, and a run in. Top half of inning number 4. That misses, and it's 2-2. Out to short, Win. The throw to first. Profar is out.
Now batting, catcher Drake Baldwin.
Drake Baldwin. Next up for the Braves. And the slider just misses. That one missed.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at-bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. That's ball 4. Tried another sinker, but couldn't find a zone.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Albies stands in now and watches strike 1. And that is out of play. That one misses. Now 1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Hit in the air, center field. Nabs it, and that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's 5-2. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. And now it's going to be Pedro Pajes. And that's a little bit high. And that is ball 1. And that drops in for a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That's a little bit low. And there's a ball. This to third. Throws to first in time. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for the Cardinals, center fielder Victor Scott II.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Victor Scott. Reached on an infield single his first time. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Now a fly ball to right center. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Back to the top of the lineup. So now here's the Cardinals' designated hitter, Brendan Donovan. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here at Busch Stadium, we go to the top of the 5th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Nick Allen. Liberator back to work. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1.
You know, these Braves, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
Foul ball. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Way back there. And that is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they cut into the deficit. It's 5-3.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Digging in, Michael Harris II. Way outside, and it's 1-0. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the fifth. A little bit low, and it's 2-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Here's Acuna now, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. And there's one down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Yeah, the batter now, Matt Olson, 0 for 2 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Man at first, one away. And the next pitch is way outside. That one missing inside.
Ball, down.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. A massive home run. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 5-5. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Austin Riley at the plate. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
All over that one right there. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Matthew Liberator out of the game, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. New pitcher coming on, the veteran, Sonny Gray.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Here's Sean Murphy. He's already homered in this game. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Riley stands at first with one out. The next pitch misses, and the count even 1-1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 now. Ground ball left side, and that's a fair ball. Around second is Riley, and they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Profar climbs in on that left side. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Ripped to first.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. And that misses. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And he pumps it a strike. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Fouled off. He was late. Strikes him out, went with the sweeper, and it worked. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. All even at 5 apiece. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now up for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Bryce Elder, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Bummer getting loose as well. Pitch misses, and it's 1-1. Next offering misses down and away.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Alec Burleson getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. There's the strike. Now the 0-1.
Ball 1.
All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And that's ball 2. Fastball is outside. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Liner, base hit. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at-bat.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. He didn't exactly connect with this one as he met it out front, but he still put a decent enough swing on it to get it into the outfield. You know, and if you finish the swing and just extend your follow-through, you're going to run into knocks just like that.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Runner on the go. Throw to second. Tag, and they got him. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that one.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Next pitch misses way outside. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A gigantic blast. It's 6-5. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident.
That home run was a no-doubter as we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed, Boog. Just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
2 outs, nobody on. Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. Just missed.
Touchdown.
That one fouled off. And that one upstairs.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Had a good eye there.
2 strikes.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. right-hander gives up the 2-out walk. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Nootbaar off of first with 2 away. And that one fouled off. In the dirt. Goes to second. Save! And he's into scoring position with 2 away on a wild pitch. And a base hit right there. The throw in. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Back here in St. Louis, start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Ozzie Albies. Outside corner, there's a strike. Movement in the bullpen, number 49 appears to be getting loose. Romero, the lefty, warming up as well. And the 0-1. Ball 1 there. Just missed. That one in for a strike, 2-2. Good eye right there.
That's a really good take.
Nick Allen in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Stays alive. High in the air, out to right. Burleson settles under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop, Nick Allen.
So digging in, Nick Allen. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
On the ground. Gorman throws on to first. And he's out. Michael Harris II. Next up for the Braves, This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Late swing, foul to the left.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does. The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Offense held in check there. 7, 8, 9, 2 up in the home half of the inning. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Braves 5. Bottom of the 6, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Nolan Gorman. And that one is in for a strike. Called strike right there.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. That's out to center field. Harris makes a nice running catch.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Scott goes 5 feet 11 inches, 24 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2022. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And that skips in the dirt.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Shoots a line drive single into right center. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Brendan Donovan. Next up for the Cardinals. Move to first. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw. Save. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Fouled off to the right. Scott stands at second with 2 gone. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Next pitch is outside. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great stop. From his knees, the throw. What a play. Inning over.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Now pitching
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, number 49.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
So back to the top of the order, and now the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Next offering way upstairs. Looking to get the tying run on base. Just missed. Check swing. Now a look down to first. And yes, he did. He went around. And here's a slow roller. Gorman throws on to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Good offside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Check swing, called strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
That missed by a lot. And it's 1-2. One down, base is empty.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
And he grounds one back up the middle. And Olson is set down.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Here comes Austin Riley. 1 for 3. That's in there. That's strike 1. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a foul straight back. That's
One
down
ball,
and in.
2 strikes.
Fly ball to right. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Braves 5. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Bryce Elder.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
And here is Mason Wynn. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Headed down the line, and that will drop foul. Inside, just missed. Activity in the bullpen. Jesse Chavez getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Johnson getting cranked up as well. And that is downstairs. 2-1. And downstairs.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Shortened a bunt and missed it. And a full count now. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. Off the plate, 1-0. Nobody out, runner at first. Yeah, that's fouled off. Elder fires. Close one, doesn't get the call. And a count 2-1. Ground ball could be 2. Over to Albies.
He's out.
On to Olsen. That's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. It was a homer for him back in the 5th. Just a solo shot, but an important swing in this game.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful swing as well. Everything just came together timing-wise, and he blasted it out of here.
Flips the corner, and it's 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and he's on at first. Now up for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. He's 0 for 1. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Contreras, the runner at first with 2 gone. Strike 2.
0-2.
On the ground to first, and a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's out number 3. The Cards leave 1 as it remains a 6-5 ball game. Back here in St. Louis, we go to the 8th. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Sean Murphy.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with 1 swing here.
Fought off foul. And the 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Oh, and 2 now. Ripped on a line. And there's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Jerks and Profar. Next up for the Braves. Profar gets a piece there. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. So the tying run at second. Look out! And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Number 49, done for the day, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. New arm of the mound for the Cardinals, JoJo Romero.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Substitution being made at first. Pinch running here, Eli White. First and second, no outs. And here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Puts a bunt down. Sends it across to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
There was a time where that sac bunt was just ho-hum, very basic, but is increasingly difficult as it's become to get bunts down in the big leagues. Nice job right there.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Golden opportunity right here.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
Pitch is in there. Strike 1. Action in the pen down there. Ryan Helsley getting ready to go. Maton also getting ready. Just missed.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in. You see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
2 on, 1 out. That's in there, and that's strike 2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. 1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Rip towards third. And Albies is retired.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at-bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position, Nick Allen. Next up for the Braves. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Two on, 2 outs, and fouled off. Not close with that one. Going to count 1 and 2. This one popped up. Gorman. And that's the 3rd out. 2 left for Atlanta. Still a tight ball game. It's 6-5.
That was an opportunity to do damage. He popped it up instead. Frustrating at bat. he'll be thinking about that one for a while.
Bottom of the 8th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Nolan Arenado. Elder back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball 1.
Next offering is fouled back. That one inside. Ball 2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That one ripped. Gone. He doinks it off the foul pole. His 11th of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 7-5.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. Well, this thing was hooking down the line the entire way. He knew it was going to be close, and bang, right off the left field pole. That was a pretty swing, and he found a way to keep his hands inside just enough to keep it fair.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Bryce Elder is done. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Aaron Bummer into the game. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Aaron Bummer.
So up next, Nolan Gorman. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
0-1.
Bummer deals. That one's in there, and it's 0-2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Dylan Lee getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. And ball 1.
2 strikes.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 1 away.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Harris grabs it on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And first offering is fouled off. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper. The other way, and foul ball. And now 1 and 2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. swings and misses. It's a strikeout. St. Louis tacks on one with a homer. Last chance coming up here for the Braves. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Ryan Helsley.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than one strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris the second. And that one fouled off. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, players pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. In for a strike. Good slider. The tying run at the plate. That one's upstairs, ball one.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Line drive, could be extra bases. Headed for the plate. The throw's offline, he's saved. And it's a one-run game.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Matt Olson down. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
So the tying run at second, outside, 2-0. Man at second. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. 3-2 now. Austin Riley in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ball four, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
First and second, no outs. And next for Atlanta, Austin Riley. Pitch is in the dirt, and that is ball one.
Well, he's already in some trouble and fallen behind in the count. makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
That one at triple digits. That just misses. 2-1. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And that's downstairs and outside.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Chop to first. Contreras. Here's Wynn for one. Relay to first. Double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
So they're down to their final out. Sean Murphy next up for the Braves.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one. That one missed. The tying run is 90 feet away.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
That's in there. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Helsley is just 1 strike away. Two outs. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come out in the 9th, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
One-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.